Hello everybody, and your eyes do not deceive you. Yes, this is the introduction video for the upcoming Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms RP. If you've been watching my Total War LPs in the past, you will know that each and every one of them has at some point contained an RP aspect, and this campaign is going to be no different. We have reached a stage in the campaign where I feel a shift is taking place. Emperor Manuel has recently passed away and the Turks are almost driven back out of Asia Minor. This marks almost like a second stage to the campaign. And what best way to start this second stage of the campaign than to kickstart the RP element of this campaign. So that's what we're going to do. The Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms RP will be starting pronto. So, what form is this RP going to take? We've had a couple of different styles of RP. The original Medieval 2 Total War English campaign was based upon viewers controlling family members and RPing family members. Shogun and Rome was based on viewers having a particular office and having control over certain aspects of the campaign, such as recruitment, such as building work, such as diplomacy, recruitment of ancillary characters such as spies, diplomats and assassins. They were all controlled by a single person in office. So the question is then, what form of RP did I want this to take? Seeing as it's a Medieval 2 based campaign, and seeing as I thoroughly enjoyed the Medieval 2 English campaign RP, when people had control of characters on the campaign map, people brought the family members to life, Aelfgar the Honest rampaging through northern Scandinavian lands, Mitchell going on a conquest of glory into Italy to conquer the Milanese, Nicholas Horston, the defender of Dijon down to the last man, literally, Simon Maitland defending wave after wave of Danish attack. All of these were RP'd by a viewer. They brought their characters to life and they made a lasting impression upon the campaign. And this is what I want to happen here. And so this RP is going to take the same form as the original Med 2 RP. You are going to have the opportunity once again to control a family member on the campaign map. So, how do you get involved? The starting point is you have to be a member of the forum. The link of the forum will be placed in the description. It's also on my YouTube homepage on the right hand side. If you're not a member, you just have to sign up. There will be a registration link somewhere in the top left corner. You just need to register and sign up. It's quick, easy and free, and as soon as you're a member, you can take part in the RP. And if you're already a member of the forums, you're that one step closer to taking part. So, once you signed up to the forums, this is the forum homepage. You scroll down to the LP discussion forums. There is one for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms, and just underneath that there is a sub-forum titled Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms Role-Playing Area. This is where the RP is going to be run. So then, a little bit then about how this campaign will function. As I've said, the first main strand of this RP is going to be based upon your ability to control a family member on the campaign map. You will be responsible for bringing your character to life through personality and through RP. You are responsible for anything that family member can do on the campaign map. So if your family member is a governor in a settlement, you are responsible for the building work, for the recruitment, for the tax rate, and if there are things happening in your province, like rebels rampaging through the lands, like enemy agents causing devastation and grief to your populace, You will be expected to deal with those problems. If you are a family member in the field, you can be responsible for building watchtowers. You can be responsible for building forts. You can be responsible of how to go about besieging settlements. If you're attacking a settlement, do you want to starve it out? Do you want to assault it directly? And if you do assault it directly, what tactics do you want to see your character employ during the fight? You have that control over your family member. It's as simple as that. You will become that family member and be responsible for anything that can be done on the campaign map. There is, of course, an overriding factor. I am the Emperor. I am responsible for ensuring my empire grows. I am responsible for ensuring that things progress the way I want them to progress. There are I think there are 8 family members up for control, and therefore 8 different people with 8 different ideas. You're not all going to get what you want. So if you want to build something in your land or recruit certain units in your castle or your settlement, you're going to have to justify why to ensure that it happens. But that will all be done through the RP in here, the Imperial Court. More about that in a second. So the first strand is the control of the family members. But there is a second strand too, because if you don't get to roleplay a family member, or you don't want to roleplay a family member, you can still take part in the RP and have a say over what happens in the campaign. Character creation thread is right here, and you will go into there, you will create your own character, give him his own backstory, and start to RP that character in the Imperial Court as well. So your character may be a soldier in one of the armies that are about to go into battle, and you can give us your character's version of events. You might want to put a few family members straight because you don't think they're doing a good enough job. You can still influence a campaign in some form or another. So please, if you're unsuccessful in your application for a family member, you can still have a say on what happens in the campaign. All you need to do is create your character and start engaging in the RP. The Imperial Court is the place where the vast majority of the RPing will take place. This is not restricted to just family members. There is no elitist area for the family members here. Everybody will roleplay together, family members and other characters alike, and it will all take place in the Imperial Court. This is where the discussions will take place about anything and everything to do with the campaign and the RP. So when you're discussing about certain situations that have appeared in your province, this is where you will do it. If you want to request as a family member, you've got rebels in your lands, but you're just a small town, you have no ability to recruit troops, you might want to request from a family member in a nearby castle that he recruit some troops for you and send them across to deal with the rebels. If you don't ask, you don't get. So you're going to have to interact with fellow family members. You might also want to interact with some of the other characters because they may have some ideas on how you can get yourself out of a particularly sticky situation. The RP is all about interaction, and the more interaction there is, the better the RP turns out. So that's where the vast majority of the roleplay will take place, and everybody will be welcome in the Imperial Court. Down here we have the main forum area, and this is where certain characters might want to create their own storylines. We have some certain storylines cropping up already, and this is where you can develop your characters in some form or another. Feel free to create those at your leisure. There is a topic entitled Official Orders. Now, I will be playing out an update to the Medieval 2 Kingdoms LP every Wednesday, which means that after all the discussions have taken place and the family members have a good idea about what they want to do over the upcoming parts, they will transpose their ideas to the official orders. By 11:59 PM GMT time on the Tuesday, put them in here so that I can see what you want your character to do, and then I can play out the parts on the Wednesday by just scrolling through here and seeing what you want to do with your character. It's as simple as that. And down here we have the latest save game section, because as in the past I will be updating the save game at the end of every set of updates, so that you can load it into your own game to get a better look at the campaign, to make better plans for your characters. So it is as simple as that. The RP is going to take two forms: controlling the family members or RPing your own character that you have created. All the discussions about the campaign will be taking place in the Imperial Court. You might want to create your own forum threads down here for various developing stories for your characters. And family members, once you are happy with what you want your character to do for the upcoming set of videos, post them in the official orders on the Tuesday midnight before the updates go up. And that is it. So, the burning question then. If you do want to RP a family member, how on earth do you go about applying? The application process this time round is very simple. I'm going to ask you one question and one question only, and that question is, why do you want to take part in this RP as a family member? That is the only question I am asking you. So have a think about it. Why do you want to take part in this in this RP as a family member? Convince me why. Send your replies to the personal message inbox on the forums, or of course, as in the usual fashion, send it to me via personal message on YouTube. Why you want an RP a family member? And those that are successful will be given a family member. Now you also ask, well, how do you know which family member I want to RP? If you are that interested in RPing a family member, then it shouldn't matter which family member you get to RP. When I ask you which family member you want to roleplay as, what tends to happen is certain family members get everybody plumping for them, and some family members end up with nobody wanting to be that particular family member. So it creates an imbalance, and then there's a lot of messing about trying to get people to backfill the less popular family member roles. So when you're answering your question about why you want to RP a family member in this campaign, it shouldn't matter what family member you are given. So once I have your replies, I am going to pick out, I think it's eight members or 8 viewers that were successful in their applications, put your names into a hat, and you will be assigned a family member at random. And that's how it's going to work. So everybody that has been successful gets an equal chance to be a more popular family member. And if you get a family member which might be not as popular for whatever reason, then it's going to be down to you to make that family member more exciting through your roleplay efforts. It's as simple as that. So that is the application process. You're answering that one simple question, and those that are successful, I will put them all into a hat and then assign you a family member at random. The deadline for your responses to that question will be next Saturday, which will be the 14th of July, and then the RP will start. So I don't think there's anything else that I've missed out. If there is anything I've missed out and you're unsure about, please leave a comment on this video. I will answer all questions as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all in the forums in the RP. So until then, I'll see you soon.